Gavin here from ultimatereloader.com. We're here at the 2023 SHOT Show. Mark 7 dropped a bomb today. We had an announcement, a set of announcements. I'm here with Spencer Carroll from Lyman and Mark 7. Tell me what's going on.
So we've been teasing it for a couple weeks now. We're really excited to show what's new for 2023 between Genesys and Titan. Start off talking about Genesys and telling everyone why it's new, why it's important, and why we're so excited. So Genesys is an out-of-the-box, consumer-level automated loading system. As you see it here is kind of how it's going to come, besides dies and the digital sensor here. But 11-inch high-speed case feeder, the double alpha, all new Generation 2 bullet feeder. This is actually the first time, SHOT Show 23, we're the first people to have one, which is really awesome to see. Mechanical powder measure and collated priming.
This is awesome.
Yes.
I must say.
Yeah. All of that at a price point of $5,999. It's a very aggressive price. We're very excited about it, and we really think it's going to be well received.
So this is a bit of a mind bender looking at this press because there's some things missing.
Yes.
Like you might not notice looking at this machine that this is actually fully auto-driven.
Yep.
It does not have a central ram.
Yep.
And it's not restricted to normal fixed stroke length. Let's talk about that.
So mechanically and conceptually, this press is different than anything else you've ever seen. First off, let's talk about the tri-ram design. Getting rid of the central ram is kind of a thinking of ours to triangulate it. Obviously, you being an engineer, you understand 3 points on a plane, take away those degrees of freedom. It should prove to be a very rigid and precise application. And going even further than that, almost all mechanical aspects of the typical progressive press that you're used to are gone in this. There's no mechanical cams, eccentrics, pawls. All of that is gone, and replacing them are 3 independently controlled servo motors. So we have a motor that drives the tool head up and down, a motor that drives the shell plate, and a motor that drives the priming system.
And this priming system reminds me more of what's on like the Revolution.
Yes.
More sophisticated, integral collation, larger disc.
And that's the great thing of having both consumer and commercial lines kind of to the business. What we've learned from the commercial side, we could always trickle down to these products, and we're super excited about that. But building on the motor design and why it's so important is now every aspect of the press is independent. No longer does the press have to go all the way up and down, because that's not what's controlling the indexing, that's not what's controlling the priming, that's not what's controlling the swaging. So this machine has really unlimited options to how you want to run it. I can show you here if so right now this machine is set up in a rifle configuration. It's a standard 3.5-inch stroke, 308 capable, just like Apex 10, Revolution, Evolution. I'm just going to stop it quick, and with a push of a button, machine is now on a pistol height.
Very cool.
So since everything is now independent, we can do that. I'm going to turn the machine up a little bit. Machine is rated at a 2,500 rounds per hour on a pistol and 2,000 rounds an hour for rifle. But that should be effective throughput. So on our current systems, if you slow the indexing down on the shell plate, say you have a heavy projectile, you're worried about bullet topple, and you want to slow that indexing down. Subsequently, since everything is tied together,
the whole machine slows down.
The whole machine slows down. So now to slow the indexing down, you don't have to slow the tool head down.
And you have full software level control of what those motors are doing, which means you can continue to make improvements to the functioning of the machine. And there's just, it seems like this is kind of a whole new domain for optimization.
Whole new domain, white clean sheet of paper, from electronics to our new HMI system. This is new from the ground up.
It's so exciting.
We are very excited.
This is cool. Okay, so this is Genesys. Let's show some Titan action. How about that?
Let's do it.
Okay. So what do we have here?
So this is Titan. This is the next step to our growing our commercial line. So you're familiar with the Revolution. It was our original flagship press. It was the first press that Mark 7 created from the ground up. And this really just takes it and cranks it up to 11. So this press here is capable to load rounds from 380 all the way up to 338 LAPA on one machine. Building on what we just saw with Genesys, it uses the same independent motor control. So tying in what we developed on another press is, sure, you saw the vibratory motor bring itself from the commercial down to the consumer.
Yeah, right.
This is the opposite. You're watching us scale up a technology we developed for down there, bringing it up here. So it washes both hands. It's really awesome to be able to do that.
Nice. And we have 2 of everything here. Tell me about that.
So this is a bit of a unique situation. Titan is a 12-station press up from 10-station Revolution. And what we have learned from working with our commercial customers who've loaded hundreds of millions of rounds on Revolutions is that they really break the process down. They'll have a machine proprietary for processing, one for priming, one for loading. Well, when you have a 10-station press, you have a lot of dead stations.
Right.
So thinking about it, how about we put 2 case inlets and 2 case outputs on the same press?
Wow.
So this press is 12 stations, double fed, effectively is 2 6-station presses. So this is set up in a double priming configuration. Titan has a max speed of roughly 5,000 rounds per hour in pistol configuration, so you could double that in a...
That's per side.
Yes, so effective
Wow.
10,000 when double fed.
That's a lot of ammo.
It's a lot of ammo. And then the big feature here with Titan is configurability and versatility. Every Titan core can get double feed, double priming, double anything added on at any time for really no additional cost. You don't save any money buying it right away. It's adding stuff on from the consumer whenever they're comfortable, whenever they're ready. They can do that with this machine.
And how about the hardware interface?
So once again, just
Hardware, software interface. What
hardware,
do you want to?
software.
Yeah.
So this is our new machine HMI, where the enclosure on Genesys was plastic. This is a stamped metal. Big thing, physical run and end cycle buttons, as well as the physical e-stop. This is one other thing we learned is the commercial customers do not like touching the touchscreen with greasy hands during operation. So initial setup, nice clean hands, change everything how you want to do it.
Yep.
You want to start it, physical button, start and stop.
Yeah, very
So
nice.
let's run this thing again. So right now we have this in a rifle configuration. Back it up to speed a little bit. And another big benefit of the independent motor control is taking away all those mechanical actuations. The presses have become even more smooth. The indexing of cams, the moving of eccentrics, those all are unbalanced.
You can see it when you watch it run, how slick it is.
Yes. So once again, going into a configure screen, I can change this to a very simple pistol height profile.
Wow. That is fast.
Very fast. Machine enclosure is standard on the Titan.
Yep.
It's something that our commercial customers have been asking for, and it really fits the product line. This is meant to go in a full-time shop.
Yeah. I'm sure insurance companies and liability-wise, that's going to be a benefit as well,
Sure.
right?
Safety first.
Yep, because you have to think about insurance when you're running an ammo company. So both with Genesys and with Titan, what are we talking about for general public availability?
So public availability, Titan's going to be available first. Parts are already getting machined as we speak. We're hoping end of Q1, they'll start seeing customers, and about 60 days later, Genesys will be shortly thereafter.
Very, very cool. Did I let you cover all the features?
Yeah, if we could talk about a couple features here on this rifle one quick.
Okay, let's do that.
So this really kind of drives home versatility on one machine. So that's a double fed 9mm priming situation. This is a single pass 338 Lapua setup.
I love that.
Same press core.
Yeah.
So if you're a commercial business that really wants to make your machine work for you, you're load a 9mm, but you need to sometimes swap over, do some bigger stuff, you can. So the real benefit of that is with this one pass load, you can see here we actually have an all new powder measure for Titan. It is gear driven, really, once again, feedback from our commercial customers, and now it's really stepping up to 338 with those long stick powders. We need the ability to shear shear powder using a drum style powder measure. No matter how way around it, you're going to have to crunch that powder.
Yep.
So we needed a gear drivetrain, and then on top of that, the drum is twice as large. So it holds 2 pounds of powder.
Wow.
And then right next to it is our all new pneumatic bullet dropper.
Wow, love that.
So not only does it drop bullets, it will also do a pre-seat. The big thing is, especially once again, loading large rifle ammunition, you're worried about bullet topple.
Yeah.
Sure, you could slow the shell plate down as much as you can, but you can't fight gravity.
Yep.
And a nice floppy center of gravity is always going to fall over. So a nice little preseat before it gets to the sizing station assures that it goes like that.
How deep is that preseat?
It's not crazy. It's enough to really just hold it in there.
Okay, gotcha.
But on top of this, so this machine are able to also take Mark 7 sensors that everyone's familiar with, and the ability to take 2 sets of those sensors.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
if you are in a double feed configuration, you can have opposing sets 180 degrees apart.
Right.
There's
gotcha.
swaging on both sides of these presses. There's availability for primer orientation, bullet sense, decap sense on both sides of the presses.
Wow.
So if you like configurability, this is your press.
This is a bit mind-blowing. We got 2 different new families, essentially. The Titan that's kind of ready for the general public here, and we got Genesys. It's going to take me a while to for all this to soak in, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands dirty with some of this stuff, especially Genesys. I mean, that really fits the people that watch our channel and the people that want to start building ammunition for competitive shooting or for specialty ammunition production, whatever it happens to be.
We're so excited. Really, there hasn't been a groundbreaking press in our industry in 30, 40 years. If you look conceptually, they're all very similar in how they actuate. So the ability to actually have something that's all new in our industry is so exciting.
Yeah.
And we're so excited to share it with everyone.
Absolutely. So what we want to know from you is, what do you think of Genesys, and what do you think of the new Titan family? Drop a comment and we'll start a discussion. Thank you again, Spencer.
As always,
looking forward to getting hands-on with this stuff. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. If you're interested in custom rifles like what we build here on the channel or gunsmithing services, you're going to want to go to rifles.ultimatereloader.com and get on the wait list. If you're interested in becoming a professional gunsmith, check out the Sonoran Desert Institute. They've got a degree program, they've got a certificate program, and you can study from home. Learn more at sdi.edu. Thanks again for watching.